Okay, so in the previous videos we registered a domain with GoDaddy and we set up a hosting account with HostGator. And now what we need to do is link those two together so that we can decide what we display on our web page rather than just the GoDaddy default page being displayed, which is what is happening at the moment. Okay, now this is very easy to do. All we have to do is copy some information that HostGator has given us and paste it into our GoDaddy account. And that's very straightforward. Now the first thing we need to do is go to our GoDaddy account. So I'm going to open my emails. So I've opened my emails and the email that I'm looking for is this one from sales@godaddy.com. with the subject title welcome to godaddy.com. Okay, so we open that email and as you can see it's showing the domain names that I registered. So I've got 4, you may just have 1 or maybe 2 depending on how many you registered obviously. Now up here is the username that we need to access our GoDaddy account. Okay, so we need to copy that and paste it into the GoDaddy login page. Okay, so to copy it, you click either just after the 7 or just before the 4. You hold the click down and then drag your cursor across the numbers to highlight them. Make sure you don't highlight more than just those numbers. Okay, then you let go of the left click and you right click on the numbers and left click on copy. And that copies those numbers to our clipboard so we can then paste them into the GoDaddy login box. Now the easiest way to get there is to click on this Manage Domain tab here. So I click on Manage Domain and that opens the GoDaddy login page. So I come up to this login name box here and I right click and then left click on paste, and that pastes my login name in that field. And then I click in this password field and I type in the password that I set up when we set up our GoDaddy account. And then I click on secure login and that takes me to this page. And I click on the domain name that we set up our HostGator account with. So in my case it was how to make money on the internet.tv. So I just click on that and that takes me to this page where I can manage that domain. Okay, and down here we have the name servers, but the current name servers are GoDaddy's default name servers, and these are the ones that we need to change. We need to enter the information that HostGator has given us. Okay, so I'm coming back up here. I'm going to click on this tab, which is my emails. I'm going to close that email, and I'm looking for this email now from HostGator, which is sales@hostgator.com with the subject title hostgator.com your account info. So I click on that, and this is the information I need: the first name server and the second name server. Okay, so again we're gonna left click at the end of the first name server. Whilst holding down the left click, we drag the cursor across, taking care not to highlight more than we need. Make sure you don't highlight any gaps before. Just make sure you only highlight the actual numbers. Let go of the left click, right click, then left click copy, come back up here, back to GoDaddy, click on Set Name Servers here, and this is name server 1 here. We are going to paste our HostGator name server in there. So now I left click there, and I drag my cursor across, and I right click and I paste. And as you can see, what was previously domaincontrol.com is now hostgator.com. Okay. Now we need to do the same with nameserver2. So now I go back up to my emails, do the same thing again. I left click, drag my cursor across, right click, left click copy, come back up here, click in here, left click, drag my cursor across, right click, and left click on paste, and then click OK. And as you can see here, it says your changes have been submitted. These changes usually take 2 hours. However, it may take up to 48 hours for these changes to take effect. These time frames are estimates and not guaranteed. Okay, so we just click on OK. And now what I'm going to do, just to show you, is I'm coming back up here and I'm going to type in the website, which is how to make money on the internet.tv. There it is. Click on that. And as you can see, even though I've now updated the domain name servers to the ones given to me by HostGator, the actual website is still displaying the default GoDaddy page. Eventually that will disappear, but it might take a few hours. As GoDaddy said, it can take up to 48 hours. Okay, I had a look at my website a couple of hours after I finished recording the last video, and the GoDaddy default page had been replaced by HostGator's page. I'll show you what that looks like. So if I come up here and go to my website, type in my website URL, which is how to make money on the internet.tv. There it is. As you can see, the GoDaddy page has disappeared and it's been replaced with HostGator's page. Okay. There's also something else I want to show you, and that is if I come up here and open a new tab and go to my emails. So I've opened my emails and there is an email here from support at GoDaddy with the subject title status alert domain change notification. This is just telling me that there's been a change to my website. Somebody has changed the name servers. I suppose this is just a warning in case someone's is hacked into my account and is changing my website details. Obviously, I'm aware of this. This is what I've done myself, so there's no need to worry. It's just GoDaddy keeping you informed of what's going on. You don't need to take any action with regard to this email.